Welcome to this month's Head Gardener's video log. Camellias really are a great source of winter interest in the garden, and one of the earliest of the japonicas to flower is Camellia japonica Nobilissima. It has these beautiful pure white flowers which really do stand out against the glossy green leaves. This is Camellia japonica Inspiration, and if this displays anything to go by, I think it's going to be a fantastic year for our camellias this year and leading into the sort of spring of next year. Part of the reason for that being that we had a very wet summer, and those conditions are ideal for camellias because it creates those lovely sort of juicy buds and gives you that great flowering display the following year. Jenefer Carlyon has to be one of the most spectacular of the camellias. It's really pretty soft pink and good sized blooms. Just coming into flower along Camellia Walk is Camellia Nuccio's Cameo. It's a really pretty pink and really sort of delicate, a nice shape to it, and always forms really good blooms. One of our more unusual camellias in our collection is Camellia Macdonald Seedling. It has these deep red flowers with a vein in them which really makes them stand out, especially against those lovely yellow stamens. We have many different tree ferns at Trebah, and some have different characteristics. This one in particular, just growing behind us, and you can see the old stem of it, is Dicksonia squarrosa. So this one would have died off at some point, but it's then produced an offset, a shoot from the base, which is very unusual for tree ferns. It's one of the few tree ferns that will actually do that. We've got some lovely big old specimens further down in the garden as well, so you can subdivide, dig up, and then replace and replant those. We have here a wonderful specimen of Dicksonia squarrosa, similar to the very small one we saw at the top, but this is a more mature specimen. This stem you see here, this sort of dead section, was actually killed off in 1990. We had a really cold sort of -9 for several days, so it knocked this one right back, but it suckered and shot from the base, and now you can see this wonderful specimen above me is the result of that suckering. It's also produced a lot of sort of baby pups off the bottom as well, and they're starting to get up and get above it. So it's a great plant for us, just that sort of diversity, and a very narrow, interesting stem as well. And it has a slightly sort of browner sort of centre rib to the actual fronds and slightly more interesting, narrower form. We have several Cestrums that flower throughout the year in the garden, but this is one of the more later flowering forms. This is Cretan's purple. It has these wonderful vivid purple flowers set off against these lovely fresh green leaves. It's a real highlight as we head into winter. Lonicera fragrantissima has to be one of the best scents as you head through into winter. It's really sweet and really hits you as you walk along the path. Get a bit of sunlight and a bit of warmth in the air, and it's a real stunner. Grevillas are always a great source of interest as we head through the winter, and this one is no exception. This is Grevilla Fireworks. It has these lovely vivid yellow and red flowers which really stand out against this rosemary-like foliage. Sarcococca confusa, or Christmas box as it's aptly named, is a great plant for sort of interest as you head through in towards Christmas and then into the new year. It has a wonderfully scented flower which carries on for several weeks, giving you that wonderful fragrance as you head down, especially around Alice's seat where this main stand is. But it also has these lovely blackberries which they carry through the winter, and they'll drop on the floor and self-seed, so you'll get them naturalising as well.